Imagine a world where the sky isn't just a space, but a vast ocean teeming with life. How would evolution play out on a planet where flight is the primary mode of existence? Picture this, an exoplanet not too far from our own, where the atmosphere is a blanket of possibility. It's not just breathable, but it's also dense enough to support sustained flight. Imagine a world where the air isn't just for breathing, but it's a whole new realm of existence. A world where the creatures of the land have taken to the skies, where life has adapted to a life in the air. Now you might be wondering, what does this mean for evolution? In an environment where flight is not just a survival tactic, but the primary mode of existence, we can expect to see some unique adaptations. It's all about survival of the fittest, isn't it? And in a world so different from our own, the fittest might look nothing like what we're used to. In this air-filled wonderland, organisms might evolve to be lighter, more aerodynamic, developing systems to extract oxygen more efficiently, or perhaps even harnessing the power of the sun for energy. They might develop ways to sleep, eat, and reproduce mid-air, never needing to touch down on solid ground. From the smallest microorganisms to the largest beasts, the sky could be the limit, quite literally. Behavior, too, would likely change in this airborne world. Communication could shift towards visual signals that can be seen from great distances. Hunting strategies could involve complex aerial maneuvers, and social structures might revolve around air currents and flight paths. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. We're only scratching the surface of the possibilities that could exist in a world where life has taken to the skies. Evolution is a complex process shaped by countless variables, and in a world so different from our own, who knows what marvels might arise. The possibilities are as endless as the sky itself, but let's delve deeper into some specific adaptations that might come to be. In a world dominated by flight, evolutionary adaptations would likely favor traits that enhance efficiency and survival in the air. Let's imagine the physical adaptations first. Imagine creatures that have evolved to be aerodynamically efficient, shaped by the relentless winds and the ceaseless need to stay airborne. Their bodies would be streamlined, reducing drag and enabling them to glide smoothly through the atmosphere. Their skeletal structures would be a marvel of natural engineering. Think lightweight yet incredibly resilient, providing the strength necessary for flight without the burden of excess weight. Imagine bones, hollow yet robust, a perfect balance between durability and lightness. Then, consider the advanced sensory systems these creatures might develop. In a world where the ground is not the primary stage of life, navigation in 3 dimensions becomes crucial. Eyes would likely evolve to spot distant landmarks, predators, or prey from high altitudes. Ears could be adapted to determine altitude or direction based on wind patterns. And who knows, maybe even a form of natural radar, akin to the echolocation used by bats on Earth, could evolve to navigate through dense cloud cover or night skies. Now let's consider the metabolic adaptations. The energy demands of constant flight would be immense. Creatures in this world might evolve ways to maximize energy efficiency, perhaps through a highly specialized diet rich in energy-dense nutrients, or through unique metabolic processes that optimize fuel use. They might also evolve ways to rest or sleep while remaining airborne, perhaps through alternating periods of powered flight with gliding or by riding on air currents. Intriguingly, these evolutionary adaptations might also lead to changes in other areas such as reproduction, social structure, and even communication. For instance, creatures might evolve to give birth in flight to avoid the dangers of the ground or develop complex aerial displays as a means of communication. These adaptations would not just change the physical appearance of these creatures, but also influence their behavior. In the endless expanse of sky, behaviors would evolve to take full advantage of the aerial environment. The evolution of behaviors, just like the evolution of physical traits, is driven by the demands of survival and reproduction. In a world where the sky is the primary habitat, the behaviors of organisms would adapt in fascinating ways. Imagine, for instance, the development of complex navigational skills. In the vast, open sky, there are no landmarks to guide one's way. How might organisms navigate this domain? Perhaps they would evolve a heightened sense of spatial awareness or even the ability to sense the planet's magnetic field, much like migratory birds on Earth. They could also develop a keen understanding of wind currents and weather patterns, using these natural phenomena to guide their movements. Now let's consider social behaviors. In a world where flight is the norm, group dynamics would be a crucial part of existence. Birds on Earth often fly in formation, a behavior that reduces energy expenditure and provides protection from predators. In a similar vein, our hypothetical flying organisms might evolve intricate aerial formations and cooperative behaviors to survive in the sky. These formations could also play a role in communication and mating rituals, adding another layer of complexity to their social structure. As for hunting and foraging, the sky offers a whole new realm of possibilities. Predators could evolve to swoop down on their prey from great heights, using the element of surprise and the force of their descent to their advantage. Herbivores, on the other hand, might evolve to feed on airborne plankton-like organisms, filtering them out of the air as whales do in our oceans. In this world, behaviors would be as unique and varied as the organisms themselves, driven by the demands of life in the air. This isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in an environment unlike any other. In this world, the sky's not the limit, it's home. A world where flight reigns supreme would be a whirlwind of evolutionary innovation and behavioral adaptation. Such a reality might foster organisms that have undergone dramatic physical changes to optimize aerodynamics, streamlined bodies, lightweight structures, and perhaps even multiple wings. These life forms could also develop energy-efficient mechanisms to sustain prolonged flight and enhance sensory systems to navigate their lofty environment. This airborne existence might also bring about fascinating behavioral changes. It could give birth to complex navigation systems, unique social dynamics played out in the skies, and innovative hunting strategies that capitalize on the element of surprise from above. As we imagine this intriguing scenario, we also realize that life, as we know it, is a symphony of adaptation and survival, whether on land, in water, or in the air. As we gaze up at our own sky, we can only wonder if somewhere in the universe life is soaring, swooping, and evolving in a world where the sky is not just a frontier, but an everyday reality.